Look out. All right, let's start with lines. Ski, you ready for lines?
I got lines.
All right. Lines.
Lines everywhere.
Got lines and lines.
Miller Moss was in Vegas. He probably did lines.
DJU throws the ball like he's on
poor
lines.
man. I don't like what's happening to DJU. He's a nice kid.
He's a good kid.
Man, at this point.
Just bad at throwing a football, that's all.
But man,
the problem has he been good anywhere, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't
his
good at Clemson.
freshman year at Clemson. Do you remember the Notre Dame game?
Nope.
Clemson lost, but Notre Dame made the they made the playoff that year. And so did Clemson. And he filled in for Lawrence because Lawrence had COVID. And he threw for like 450 yards at Notre Dame, and they lost a close game. But every year afterwards,
it's all been downhill since then.
Man, like I put that video in the Discord tonight of Ludacris throwing the first pitch.
Big arm. Let's go.
His stand-up prosthetics from the music video. Sometimes that's what DJU looks like when he's throwing. It's just he's got these big old arm, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like it's a step.
Roll that shoulder.
It is. It's a step too late, man. Like everything he does is just a split second too late, and that's all it takes. Was that the Chicken and Beer album? Ludacris with the big arms? I think it was.
That's a good question.
I think it was. Classic. All right, how did we do last week, Ski?
So first off, in the Discord, Booble, who is supposed to be our stat keeper, instantly gets it wrong week 1.
Ooh.
So King wins week 1.
I mean, technically, yes, I won week 1.
Yeah, I mean, you mean he had more points than both of us?
We all guessed the same amount of games correct. We all got 7 games correct. King just had his star pick, Penn State, to give him the edge. So King's 8, you're 7. In Booble, I have 7 points.
Okay. Yeah, because he only gave you 6. He had you go 6. He had you go 6 and 9. Yeah.
I've seen the bumper stickers. Believe Boobles. I've seen it. Yeah, I do believe Boobles.
Believe in Boobles. Yeah.
Apparently, he just assumed because I was the only one that picked USC to win. He must have gotten that wrong. But all right, so King's in the lead. First game. Well, here's a problem of doing it on a Wednesday is that they don't release the FCS matchup lines on Wednesdays yet. So Western Illinois and Indiana, that's off the board. We're not doing it.
Oh, no.
It's a damn shame. My Hoosiers?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, King did all this research, man.
I know he did. Those big directional Illinois schools.
Capitalize the B-O-N-O in Bloomington and boo to you, sir.
All right, so the first game we got Duke or Northwestern. Northwestern is a 2.5-point favorites. It's a little surprising, but yes, Northwestern.
Give me the Wildcats on the lake because I saw Elon go against Duke last week, and Duke gave Elon all they could handle.
I mean, Elon's giving you all you can handle right now.
He really is. What an asshole, man. Making Twitter hard.
Yeah, you are banned.
I just want to post, man.
I'm also going Northwestern, dude. I actually watched a fair amount of Northwestern last week.
They do.
Yeah, they're not good, but
no, they're not.
I think they're going to beat Duke.
And surprising thing is Duke was pretty good last year.
Watch Northwestern be 2-0.
Yeah, but Duke lost their head coach A&M and their quarterback from Notre Dame, and
and they're starting safety to Oregon.
Yeah. Brandon Johnson, my favorite.
Your favorite defender.
I always knew. Yeah. I always knew.
Nobody knows more about Brandon Johnson than me.
I'm a good BJ.
I'm with you guys. Northwestern, they'll win. All right.
That almost snuck by me. Love a good BJ.
We got a real game here. We have Texas 7.5-point favorites against Michigan.
Texas. I don't like Michigan's quarterback situation. Walk on starting.
No, and was it just me in Braga? No, all of us picked Michigan last week. Like, oh, all right, new head coach, all that stuff, reigning champs. They got to come out hot, right? They laid a fucking. They did not look good.
I think I said that about both Michigan schools, and they both did not do that. So.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan won 30-10, but it was 16-10 with 9 minutes left, and they literally had a pick six with like 30 seconds left.
And more important, they didn't cover. So I'm taking Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I think this is a big year for Texas. They got swagger this
Texas
year, man.
Is back, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing we got Bowling Green. They're playing Penn State. Penn State 34.5 points.
Yeah, I got Penn State. They looked very good for most of that game last week, and then they sort of just took their foot off the gas. Like, I think 34.5 is a lot. Yeah, I think they're going to cover it.
You know what? Give me Bowling Green. Like I said, it's hard to cover. I could see. You take your foot off the gas a little too early. Give up a touchdown. Yeah, they will lose by 32. Give me Bowling Green.
Big Ten did not really cover last week.
No, and we picked a lot
of
them to cover.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Nittany Lions. I didn't like the way Bowling Green looked against Fordham. Not a lot of speed on the edges against the Rams. You know what I mean? Not a lot of speed.
Yeah. Check out.
Don't expect to play Fordham Rams and walk away with an easy.
No, I mean,
Check out King's TikTok for a full breakdown of that game.
Mm-hmm. All right. We saw them last week against Ohio State. I believe we got Akron. They're playing the Fighting Schianos. Fighting Schianos are 23.5 point favorites.
Fighting Schianos. I've never picking outside of poverty and depression. I'm not picking anything from Akron and LeBron James, I guess.
What's the line?
23.5.
Ew. Rutgers looked real good last week, though. Yeah.
It looked okay. But...
Hey, give me Jersey. I'm riding Jersey. Give me that.
Yeah. Schiano, the one thing he does is not lose to Akron at home. So
if there's one thing Greg Schiano does.
Yeah.
That is my star pick.
Oh, shit.
I'm that confident in Rutgers.
He is confident. All right. Couldn't find a line for Rhode Island and Minnesota, so I think everyone's happy about that. All right, and now we got interstate battle here. Iowa State. They're a 2.5 point dogs to Iowa.
Ooh, El Asico. Let's go. Is it in Ames?
It is. I'll start. I'm star picking Iowa. That might have been the most points they scored in like 5 years last week. This offense is back, baby.
Did they score all the points they're going to score for the whole season last week? That's what we're going to find out. I'm also picking Iowa. Their defense is really, really good. Like really, 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 really good.
And Jamal Tinsley's not walking through that door for Iowa State here, so I'm not too worried.
Brock Purdy ain't walking through that door, boys.
Give me the clones.
Ew.
All right. I didn't know we had a conference game here. We got Michigan State. They're 9.5 point dogs to Maryland.
Maryland. Maryland always starts 6-0 and finishes 6-6. They're running it up.
I'm with you with Maryland too, but just because Sparty looked bad.
They really did. Like surprisingly so. I'm still gonna pick them though.
Ooh.
I still got Michigan.
By the way,
yeah,
I feel worse about my Iowa State pick after seeing they only beat the bad Dakota school by like 16 last week.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of a bad Dakota school, we got South Dakota. They're playing Wisconsin. Get this. Whiskey's only a 12.5 point favorite against South Dakota.
I think who?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I thought it had to be a mistake.
Wisconsin, I am picking. Right?
I mean, maybe.
Right?
Yeah, I'll go Wisconsin. Damn it.
I don't understand.
Tyler Van Dyke. He'll have one good game. It'll be that one.
I do not. I cannot back South Dakota. I don't want to pick whiskey, but I will take Wisconsin as well. And then, oh God,
Real quick, Nutine says he forgot that Oregon played Iowa State in the Fiesta Bowl as a 4-3
I wish I
team.
did.
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
did try to forget that.
that was not a fun one.
If case anyone forgot how that game went, Iowa State would score, then they would kick the ball off 70 yards in the air and 20 yards deep, and DJ, what was his?
Johnson.
He played tight end. DJ Johnson would go and try and catch it, and he fumbled it every time.
Yeah.
And Oregon never learned, and they promptly fired their special teams coach, Bobby Williams.
They also did have 2 NFL guys on that offense, so it's not like they were bad.
Purdy and Brees Hall. Yeah.
I thought those cardboard cutout fans of ours in Glendale were really gonna make the difference in that one.
Soft cardboard cutout fans
Yeah.
we had. All right. Next game we got the terrible directional middle Michigan school. Eastern Michigan is a 24.5-point dog to UW.
UW.
Yeah, that's
Asking me about a MAC school.
I hate Eastern Michigan so much, so I'm forced to take UW.
Are they from Ypsilanti? Is that where they're from?
I mean, they would be.
The Eagles from Ypsilanti?
Yeah. Sounds right. I also have Washington.
Oh.
I know.
It's out of conference. It's we're
Yeah.
We got a dog here. We got Kansas, 5.5-point favorites against the Illini.
You hear that? That's Jayhawk, baby. Give me a rock chalk Jayhawk.
Yeah.
They're covering it. Jalen Daniels, easy money.
You still need a star pick, King. You're gonna.
Oh well, how many more games do we have?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck. Good thing you took those 2 out. Jesus.
I know.
God, so many goddamn games we have to pick every week.
We have a different directional Michigan school to still do.
All of the okay. Illinois.
Well, I'm taking Kansas.
Okay.
Illinois is bad. Juice Williams ain't there.
Kevin Hardy ain't walking through that door.
No. All right, we got other direction. We got Western Michigan. They're playing Ohio State.
Don't care. Not picking a max.
38.5. Yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State by like 80.
I think they're from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Western Michigan is?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. I'll just pencil in Nebraska here for Braga. We got Colorado, Nebraska. Brasky, 7.5-point favorites.
Star pick, Nebraska.
Colorado.
Yep. And I am taking Nebraska.
Yep.
Nebraska's back, baby.
Sure they are.
Dylan Raiola, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe Nebraska is back less than I believe Colorado is good.
Colorado's.
Yeah.
All right. USC 28.5-point favorites at home against Utah State.
Easy Utah State.
Woo!
They'll lose. They're covering.
I got USC,
Let
man.
down spot.
USC got
late
weapons.
Game. No one's gonna be there. Riding a little high.
And I mean, they won, but it's not like SC looked good. They kind of they got that Big Ten blood in them too, where the offense wasn't great, but all of a sudden they have like a respectable defense now. It's like, give me Utah State though. Yeah, they win by 4 touchdowns.
I got USC.
And then last game, Ducks are 19.5-point favorites against Boise.
Broncos.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of an easy one. I got Boise too. Like I don't see how anyone could bet Oregon in this.
I am taking Oregon. They gave up 45 points to Georgia Southern.
Yeah,
45.
Oregon scored 24 against Idaho.
Hey, that's a good Idaho team, Buster.
Okay.
Idaho
NFL,
Disrespect
better
my
than
grandpa's alma
they
mater.
got NFL guys on that Idaho defense. Let me tell you what. Okay.
I'm not saying NFL guys. I'm just saying, but they practice hard, they train hard, they hit the playbook, and they know what they're doing. Gap assignment, great. Wrapping up, great. They know what they're doing. Coach Eck.
They have a coach's. They have a coach's kid on their team. Or you don't struggle against teams that have coaches' kids on their team. You do not. God, I remember
Colorado has 2.
Yogi Roth literally talked about that kid like the stereotypical like white guy, right? Like the gym rat. He's the first one in, last one out. You know, a real hard worker. Like coach's son. Okay.
Here's my only edge to it is that Boise State, they're going to try to run the ball, and I think that's the one strength of the Ducks defense is they could stop the run. Now, can they score 21 points? That's the goal.
Yep. All right, let's do trivia. Then we got to do our list. So trivia, I forgot to do it last week for Idaho, and maybe that's why Oregon struggled, is because nobody was taking Idaho seriously, like including this podcast, so maybe that was it. So we're going to start things off right with Boise, because frankly, Oregon can't fucking lose to Boise again. Nope. That can't happen.
Oh, it can.
Okay.
Oh, it can.
Okay, so Boise City trivia, because Boise's not a state.
Picks, you guys picked Boise State. Do you guys think they're going to win?
No.
No?
No.
No comment.
This fucking guy.